Hello comic book fans, welcome to another exciting edition of Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host as always, Cammy. Now first off, I would like to apologize for why the shows have been coming out sporadically these past couple of weeks. I've been serving on a jury here in San Diego, and it seems to be wrapping up soon, but it's just been taking all the time out of my schedule and all the wind from out of my sails. So I finally had a free day, and I said, hey, let me just do a little Fast 5 episode because it was a light week anyway. So let's get on right to the Fast 5. First up, from Dark Horse, we have B.P.R.D. 1947, number 1. Now, I was a huge fan of 1946, as you can see in previous episodes, and I thought it was such a killer idea of just having the whole Hellboy universe back in time, following Professor Brutenholm. And we follow him again as he assembles a new team of soldiers, Marines, Navy sailors, etc. to go investigate the Baron Koenig and his chateau, where 200 years ago there was this wild party, and the only person who could tell what happened was this famous composer. And he made a piece about it and was driven insane. So Brutenholm feels like this is something that BPRD should be investigating, and sends his best men for the job. Gorgeous art by Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba. The transition from both these twin brothers is just so nice from page to page. Like, you can tell where one ends and one begins, and they just seem to be having such a fun time with the series, so it is just killer. Please go out and support this title and pick it up today. Next up, from Vertigo, we have House of Mystery number 15. Now, Harry realizes, Harry the bartender, that he is actually the house. And for some unknown reason, he is the one who's been keeping them there all this time. Whereas in the others, they don't really like this because they could have left at any time, apparently. He could have just let them go. But he says, no, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. I don't know how it works. But let's go in for a drink at the bar. Well, meanwhile at the bar, the bad guys come and invade the house. There's a huge fight going on. There's dragons, there are warriors, and right in the middle of the battle, Harry joins hands with all the rest, and they teleport the house away. Where do they teleport it to? Very cool issue, very action-packed. I can't wait to see where the house teleported to. Next up from Marvel, we have Punisher Max number 72. Now this is Welcome to the Bayou, Part 2, and we have Frank Castle investigating what happened to those college students. He goes through the woods, finds the cabin, finds a redhead hostage, and rescues the redhead in her lingerie. But the alarm is sounded by the blonde bombshell redneck psychopath, as she has her whole cousins, brother, relatives, they all descend upon Frank Castle. And luckily, since they're only an unruly mob, Frank has no trouble kicking all their asses. Until Daddy sicks Earl on him. And Earl is he's a big motherfucker. He's a big redneck motherfucker, all with an alligator-skinned vest. So Frank is out of commission now, but his only hope of being saved comes from the guy who was in his trunk, the thug in his trunk, who now wants to kill him. He goes, where the hell am I? When I find that skull-wearing motherfucker, I'm going to kill him. He might be Frank's backup, for all we know. Cool issue, very fun, cool art, great concept. I'm loving it. You should too. Next up from DC is Green Lantern number 43. Now, I would be crazy if I wasn't going to be talking about this issue. It's a nice little standalone one-shot showing how the Black Hand came to be. William Hand, we first met back in, well, we didn't first meet him, but for this arc, we first met him back when Atrocitus was on the loose, and Sinestro and Hal were partners trying to capture him. William had the little device that Atrocitus had that had the power of all the Green Lanterns, and then he makes his own costumes, and we find he has a tragic childhood. And the costume comes from his own family's mortuary, where they do business in preserving the dead. So this is where his fascination of death has come from, and wanting to take over the family business. Well, at the end of the issue, he kills his family, kills himself, and Scar decides this is going to be our embodiment of the Black Lantern Corps. So welcome, you're our first member. Let me cough up this ring for you. There's your ring. Have a fun time. So, very cool issue. Blackest Night is promised to be the next book. Like, no more of, like, Prelude to, Prelude to, Prelude to. Oh, it's almost around the corner. Next issue, Blackest Night. And finally this week from Avatar Press, we have No Hero number 6. Now, Warren Ellis and Juan Jose Ripe or Rip have continued to just blow me away with the series. The art is gorgeous. I take literally every couple of minutes to look at every page because everything is so goddamn detailed. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he gets this book out on a monthly basis. It's just so cool. But anyway, Carrick informs Joshua, aka Revere, that he actually is the one who runs the world and nothing happens without his say-so. And sure, they've killed thousands, but hey, it's to preserve the life of millions. And so Joshua kind of realizes then this is all fake then, with the FX7, me losing my penis and looking like a horrible monster. Is this what I'm getting at? And Carrick says, yeah, it's kind of like that, but not really. You see, we're doing it for the good of the people. Well, Joshua doesn't feel like a hero anymore. He doesn't know, hence no hero. And he takes out his anger and frustration on Carrick's bodyguards and best left-hand men, and Benjamin. And by the end of the fight in the aquarium, Joshua is killed and pretty much taken out Benjamin's spine and plans to kill the rest next. There's only one issue left, and I've just been loving this series like I've said before. If you're waiting for it in graphic novel, yeah, it'll be a good read, but it's a good read in single issues as well. So hop on board if you still have a chance. Well, comic book fans, that does it this week for Cammy's Comic Corner. If you want more Cammy's Comic Corner goodness, head on over to www.cammyscomiccorner.com. From there, you can subscribe to us on the RSS feed or on iTunes, and I have weekly updates of maybe why a show isn't coming out, or you can see it there or on the forum as well. Also, if you like any of the kick-ass t-shirts that you see me wearing, like Jason Aaron's Scalped, head on over to www.deadlinegraphics.net and send Kelly an email. From there, you can see all the t-shirts he has to offer, and whether it's Marvel, DC, or Dark Horse, or Image, and he even makes custom-made shirts. There's only one name that I trust when it comes to comic book t-shirts, and that is Kelly over at www.deadlinegraphics.net. And also, while you're browsing the interwebs, head on over to www.rsc-online.com. Rising Sun Creations is my newest sponsor, and they specialize in manga, collectible toys imported straight from Japan, and U.S. comic books as well, all conveniently located in one online store and physical store. Like, it's actually there. I've been to it. That's where I go to get my comics. But anyway, check out their website and online store for more information, and thank you once again, Rising Sun Creations, for being a sponsor of the show. Well, comic book fans, that does it this week. Next week I'll have a review show out, but the week following is going to be a little hectic, because Comic-Con is going to be in 2 weeks, and I have all these creator interviews lined up, so I need to get my questions all situated. I need to get my camera crew all situated. So I don't know if there's going to, well, I'm telling you, there's not going to be a review show the week of Comic-Con, but there will be a little daily updates, and then one huge Comic-Con show spanning over the entire week. So, it's going to be fun times. It's going to be a lot of big-name creators. Don't want to mention any names, but I think I got Jack Kirby booked. I don't want to, count my chickens before they hatch, but hey, it could happen. Well, that does it this week for Cammy's Comic Corner. I've been your host, Cammy, and I hope all of you have a good week. Go see Bruno. Wow.